It's the final day of the regular season and still so much to play for as the Liberty Flames welcome in the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers. The first meeting was a thriller. What might we have in store for today? We're about to find out. It's Conference USA Basketball on ESPN+. Taking a look at the Conference USA standings heading into today, here's what we know. Western Kentucky is locked into the 3 seed. They will be the 3 in the conference tournament coming up. As for Liberty, they could finish as high as 4th or as low as 8th, and a loss today would certainly stick them in the 8 seed heading into the CUSA Championship beginning on Tuesday. With that, we welcome you inside Liberty Arena alongside Paul Nazigan. I'm Matt Warner. Naz, what do we always hear this time of year from coaches? They all say, you want to be playing your best basketball come the end of the season heading into the tournament. Neither of these teams are doing that. Western Kentucky comes in on a 3-game losing streak. Liberty's lost 4 of its last 5. How important, given that, is today's game for both teams?
Yeah, it's hugely important for both teams, but I think they come into it with a little bit different approach. You know, if you're Western Kentucky, you've got the 3 seed locked up, right. Win or lose. You don't have to focus on that. All you got to worry about is getting back, get your mojo back, right to ship. Get back to exciting, playing together, playing with confidence, just playing really great basketball. But if you're Liberty, it's all about seeding. You need this victory to get yourself a better shot to go from 4 to possibly 8 with a loss. They've got a fighting claw to get a victory today.
Yeah, a lot on the line today. Let's take a look at some of the players that'll be making it happen on the floor. Our impact players presented by Foster Fuels. We begin with Don McHenry.
Yeah, well, all Don McHenry's done this season is make a strong case for to be a first conference, team all-conference player. I mean, he's had just an unbelievable year. Leads the team in points and assists. 3rd in the conference in scoring. Unbelievable percentages. 47 from the floor, 86 from the free throw line. Man, Liberty has got their hands full with him today.
And it's senior day here for Liberty, so we have to recognize super senior Kyle Rode.
Yeah, none other than Kyle Rode, the captain. I mean, he leads the team in scoring. 8th in the conference in scoring. You know, most 3s made in the conference. I mean, a great year statistically, but with Kyle Rode throughout his whole career, it's been about so much more than stats. It's about his leadership, his voice, his impact to his teammates. He's been an ambassador for the program and the school. Matt, his legacy is etched in stone.
Taking a look at the head coaches, Steve Lutz in his first season at Western Kentucky, coming over after a couple of really good years at Texas A&M Corpus Christi, has them on the verge of a 20-win season. And on the other side, Richie McKay, 11th year overall at Liberty. It's been an up-and-down campaign for the Flames, but they're going to try to see if they can protect home court in this regular season finale. Western Kentucky controls it, and we are underway. The Hilltoppers, as we mentioned, 3-game losing streak. Lost on the road the last time out. That was on Saturday at FIU, 85-83. They're trying to bounce back after a tough stretch of basketball, and that's not how they want to start. Travel as McHenry kind of shuffled those feet down near the baseline. On the other side, Liberty lost on the road midweek at Middle Tennessee, 69-61. When these two teams met, remember, you got to go way back. It was on January 6th, the first conference game of the year. Liberty fell. They had a chance to win it on a 3 at the buzzer, end up falling 70-68. So it was a tight one, but both coaches have said both teams are a lot different than they were over 2 months ago when they last met.
Yeah, it's kind of odd how the schedule worked out, where you play the team first and then got shuffled and you play them for the last game of the year. But as we said in the open, so much riding on this game, but it's both teams. It's about them playing well.
You got the sense neither coach real sure of what to expect from his squad here today.
Oh my goodness.
And they've exchanged turnovers here in the opening minutes. Western Kentucky loves to push the tempo. Fastest tempo of any team in the country. They feed the ball inside. Babacar Faye has it, working on Kyle Rode. Takes a little shove, now kicks it out. Open 3 coming for Allen. Dante Allen off the mark. Nobody shoots more 3s in Conference USA than Liberty. That is what they look to do offensively.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting watching Western Kentucky's pace versus Liberty's kind of working to get a great look. A lot of those for 3s.
Zach Cleveland trying to back his way into the post. Dropped it off for Vincent underneath the hoop. Reaches around, draws the foul. So Vincent will get himself to the free throw line as they got Faye on the whistle.
Yeah, tough pass and catch down there, but then Zant does the smart thing, just goes right at the big fella Fay and draws the foul.
Zant to the stripe, 65% free throw shooter on the season. That one rattles through for the first point of the ball game. Liberty clears out the lane. And Zant will shoot this one surrounded by Hilltoppers.
Yeah, I don't know if that's to set the defense. I mean,
right.
Western Kentucky plays at such a hot pace, fast pace, that anytime you can get back and get that defense set, that helps you against the Hilltoppers.
McHenry, he may have the best mid-range game in Conference USA. That little kind of on-the-move runner, floater, if you will.
It's a lost art, the mid-range game, but yeah, Don McHenry has not let it go, man. You mentioned just 15, 17 footers, and that floater is a killer.
Matheny in the corner, puts the ball on the deck, gives it to Vinzant, has it denied. Looked like he had another opportunity to lay it in, but quickly turned aside.
I think that was Marshall that just pinned it.
Oh, the spin and the finish. Tyrone Marshall doing it at both ends.
Yeah, gets the block, great penetration, and spin with a soft finish.
Colin Porter, a Kentucky native, handling the basketball. Flames have a couple of those, Rhodes being the other one. He spins at the other end, off the window, too strong. Western Kentucky pulls it and looks to push. McHenry with the cross-court pass. Knifing through the lane, shot off the window for Marshall, no good. This is the end that Steve Lutz says he wants to see more intensity from his squad. He has not been pleased with how they've played defensively.
Yeah, he knows they can score.
An open look from three, and Kyle Rowe buries.
And that's always a good sign when Kyle hits that first one.
He can be a little bit streaky, so a little confidence to start this game. McHenry, he's going to try to answer, left it short.
But yeah, going back to your thought, Matt, that, you know, they've scored. Oh, good run out for Liberty.
Zant with 4 early points, almost matching his season average.
Giving the Hilltoppers a little taste of their own medicine there in transition.
Newman working on the smaller Matheny, just puts the body into him and creates the space he needed.
Tough penetration right there.
Newman, the transfer from Purdue, his history with Steve Lutz goes way back, as Lutz a former assistant for the Boilermakers.
But here's the end. You mentioned it. They've scored in every one of their games. That's how they play. But they've got to turn up their defensive intensity.
Matheny, corner triple rattles through. And the Flames with a couple of early 3 balls.
That's a good sign for Liberty. They need that 3 ball today.
Allen turns the corner, cut off, backs it out.
We got an interesting matchup right here.
Marshall going into the 5'9" Porter and just rises up over the top of him. We have seen that time and time again in Conference USA play. Teams kind of just pick which one of the smaller guards they want to attack.
And that time it came on a switch. Porter kind of got hung up on a screen and stayed with Marshall. And Marshall recognized it, backed him down, and just kind of rose up over top of him.
Porter probing the defense, circles underneath. Matheny going to try another 3 from the corner. That one well short and chased down by McHenry.
Man, they push the ball so well. Makes or misses. The Hilltoppers like to run out.
They lead Conference USA in scoring, just over 80 a ball game, as that one missed badly. But as you were mentioning, as in their 3-game losing streak, WKU giving up 83 per game. They have struggled to get stops. And Zant will try his hand from deep. That was well short. I think Western Kentucky would love to see him shoot those.
Yeah, they'll give him kind of that one. He had a lot of space.
And at the other end, Tyrone Marshall knocks it down. He's got 7 early points to lead the way for the Hilltoppers.
Yeah, we've seen Marshall on a couple penetrations. That time, catch and shoot. Very versatile player.
Rode on the wing. Gonna drive baseline. Tried to leave it off for Vinzant. He got bumped.
Yeah, he got
Steele going the other way. McHenry had it swatted and off of his knee, and it'll go back to the Flames.
Great hands by Porter. Probably saved a layup.
Timeout on the floor. Both offenses showing some explosiveness here in the first few minutes. Liberty from beyond the arc has already knocked down a pair, but it's Western Kentucky leading by 1.
Welcome back to Lynchburg. It's an emotional day here at Liberty Arena as the Flames honored seniors Kyle Rote, Shiloh Robinson, and Gabriel McKay in a ceremony before the game. Not gonna lie, there weren't many dry eyes in the building. All of these players have made such a significant impact on this program. Kyle and Shiloh have spent the last 5 years in a Flames uniform. That's pretty much unheard of these days. I was talking to them before the game and asked, is it weird playing your final game at Liberty Arena? Shiloh told me it's just so weird because so much has changed in the last 5 years. I feel like everyone is married and there's kids everywhere now. Kyle said Coach McKay's pregame speech at the 45-minute mark in the locker room was pretty emotional. He had his grandson and his son in there. Kyle said, we're just such a big family. It's an emotional day, but I want to finish it off the right way with a victory here today, guys.
Yeah, those guys have seen a lot of basketball, a lot of success during their 5 seasons in a Liberty uniform. And I know it's going to be weird not seeing certainly Kyle Rote especially
for sure
moving forward, as he's been such a key member and such a key kind of builder of this culture here with the Flames. All right, while we have a moment, let's get to our keys to the game. Naz, how do you see this one shaking up?
Well, for Western Kentucky, you've got to defend the 3. Liberty's already got a couple of them. They got to tighten that up. And then offensively, quick, but don't rush. They love playing fast-paced and up and down, but sometimes that leads to bad shots. They got to clean that up today. For Liberty, you've got to protect the paint. That's off the dribble and also touches from the post players. And Liberty, this is the obvious, but they got to hit threes today, Matt.
I said they've hit 2 already. Shot clock winding down. Brody Peebles going to need to force one up. Has it blocked and stolen away by Western Kentucky.
Yeah, Marshall again with a great play right there. Another block shot.
There's the freshman Tegan Moore with the quick bucket. And now a whistle. And the official, I think they just give a sideline warning.
Yeah,
that was bizarre.
There was a lot of guys, you know, up on the end of the bench, just sort of celebrating.
At the other end of the court. It had nothing to do with the play.
Right, it seemed a little bit kind of
that
odd.
Was Kerry Sitton, the official, one of those, did that really need to be said moments? But
I don't know. But
as it is, Western Kentucky gets the bucket. They lead it by 3. Peebles with the catch on the wing. Tries to drive, nearly lost it. Did lose it, got it back, and then threw it away. So a Flames turnover. Turnovers have been the Achilles heel of Liberty their last couple of games. Now the offensive rebound and the lay-in for Enoch Colombe.
Yeah, Marshall was off and running, but Colombe timed it, ran it down. Nice putback, and the Hilltoppers kind of pushing out a lead right here.
A 9-0 run for Western Kentucky in this game. Kind of feeling eerily similar to some of the recent ones for Liberty. They've fallen behind in the first half, had to really battle to put their way back. That's a big bucket as Colin Porter knocks one down. Yeah,
nice shot by Porter. And again, I keep saying I like when he is looking for his shot. And I know sometimes with penetration, it's hard to get one off, but he's got a great 3-point shot. And right there at 15 feet, I like it when he's looking for a shot.
The feed inside, Rote stumbling to the ground, made it an easy look for Rodney Howard, his first 2.
Yeah, you know, they start with Babacar Faye in the post and bring in Howard. I mean, they keep a strong post presence, and that's what great teams have. This Western Kentucky team's got great guard play, perimeter play, but they got bigs as well.
They're also the top rebounding team in the conference. Matheny on the drive, kicks out, open look for Peebles, left it short.
Yeah, that's the ones today, Matt, they've got to hit. Penetration, draw the defense, kick out.
Remember, it was Peebles that had a contested look
that's right.
At the end of that first meeting. Would have put the Flames on top, likely would have won it in the final seconds for Liberty. And now it's the Flames forcing the turnover.
Yeah, nice defense by Rote.
3 ball coming, rattles off. So Liberty started hot from beyond the arc, now just 2 of 6. McHenry to behind the back dribble, kicks it out. They go back into the post. Howard, 6'11", rises up. That one rims off.
Yeah.
Howard, the transfer from Georgia Tech. Actually started his career with a year at Georgia before going to the Yellow Jackets and eventually finding his way to Western Kentucky. Matheny, hesitation, gets in the paint.
And you can see Liberty penetrates and gets in there deep, but they don't want to get a shot up. Not when you got Fay lurking and Howard lurking.
Another clean look from beyond the arc was too strong. These are the stretches the Flames have had lately. They've had some extended droughts offensively, and on the defensive end, haven't been able to play well enough to kind of stem the tide.
Good ball
Rodney
movement.
Howard, another one from about 2 feet. And Western Kentucky pushes this lead out to 7. The Flames struggling here early on. Well, we mentioned the first meeting between these two teams back on January 6th. 14 lead changes in that game. Liberty had to battle back. Also, Liberty struggled to shoot from 3. 8 of 35 from three-point land in the game. A lot of turnovers in this one. Western Kentucky 21 of them, Liberty 15. In the end, the Flames had a chance to win it at the buzzer, as we mentioned, came up short and fell in that one 70-68 in the conference opener for both.
Yeah, and it was kind of, I guess, turned out to be kind of prophetic.
Yeah, right.
You know, Liberty, when they're hitting threes, they've looked really great throughout this season at certain times, but when they struggle from beyond the arc, then it's a real grind, and they did had a valiant comeback in that game and a shot to win it, but it didn't fall. And here we are, a whole season, conference season later, and Liberty needs a couple more of those.
Then Sutherland is checked in for the Flames. Zach Cleveland had kind of a quiet day thus far. Going to initiate the offense. Matheny, lob to the corner. They get it back in the hands of their guard, Matheny. That one deflected away. He tracks it down with 10 on the shot clock. Nearly another turnover. That one kicked as he was trying to drop off the pass in the paint. So the Flames will get the shot clock back to 20.
Well, if the message from Coach Lutz was defensive intensity this week, I think they got the message. Yeah. They have come out, and again, they're running offense like they normally do.
Poor pass. That was easily picked off by Tegan Moore. As that one denied by Cleveland. Ball loose on the deck. Flames come away with it.
Good job by Cleveland. Get the stop and the turnover.
Matheny now takes a little forearm there from Christian Lander. That'll be just the second team foul on Western Kentucky. Second foul, period, in this ballgame. There's a block from Cleveland.
Yeah, good block, but way to go, keep his body straight and not into the offensive player there and Tegan Moore. But
Cleveland now 35 blocks on the year. The rest of the team has combined for 32.
Matheny's going out. I don't know if I'm trying to look and see if there's any blood. He took a kind of a hard forearm to the bridge of the nose there.
Yeah, it looks like he may be bleeding a little bit, so he's getting tended to by the training staff.
He's tough. They'll stuff some cotton up there.
Right.
He'll be back on the court in no time.
Morgantown, West Virginia, tough. He'll be back out there. Kyle Road has that one picked. Another kind of lackadaisical pass taken away. Western Kentucky hustling the other end. Flames have dodged a couple of bullets here on these turnovers. Yeah,
and Newman read it perfectly, shot the gap for the steal, but they couldn't convert.
Sutherland gonna hoist a 3. That's too strong. So the Flames now 2 of 8 from beyond the arc, and right now they are just stuck in a funk on the offensive end. And fortunate, Western Kentucky hasn't been able to take full advantage.
Yeah, you're right. They've either kind of turned the ball over like we saw right here, a traveling call, or they've gotten shots that just haven't fallen. So, I mean, Liberty, your shots aren't falling right now, but you're kind of lucky to still be in striking distance. They need a basket here, though.
Richie McKay said this week, sometimes when we struggle a little bit offensively, we can almost get like a doomsday approach. Like we've just got to make something happen. You start forcing, you start
seeing guys go kind of one-on-one instead of that great ball movement and player movement.
Cross-court pass to Kyle Road. One dribble, 3 ball. Boy, did they need that.
Yeah, see, that offensive possession. Patience, ball movement, find a guy in rhythm, find a guy with some space, and they make it count.
And now a whistle and foul on, I believe they got Colin Porter reaching in. They did. That'll be his first. He said that one, I believe, was on the floor. Take a look at that last pass you're talking about. Changing sides of the floor.
Yep, good skip pass by Cleveland. Kyle Road took his time, lined it up, and drained it. Yeah, just like we said. Look what I say. You got cotton in his nose. Matheny's back.
Not going to keep him out for long. Gabriel McKay also checking in, one of those recognized here on Senior Day.
Hey, come on here.
Catch, rising up, and that jumper is pure. Brandon Newman, good-looking stroke.
Yeah, coming off a curl, but he got his foot planted and lined up with the basket. That was a tough shot. He made it look easy.
Matheny in rhythm three, left it short. Western Kentucky quickly the other way.
Yeah, look at him push. Oh, that's
how did that not go down? Lander with a good look. Now it's Liberty pushing the tempo. Rode gives it to Matheny. Another chance from beyond the arc. That one also short. Matheny now 1 for 5 from three-point range.
Great look. Kind of got to step into the shot, but
not surprised. Rode passed that one up.
Yeah.
Lander goes inside to Rodney Howard. Boy, that is too easy for the big fella. He has 6 early points.
Yeah, for all the talk of kind of how the Hilltoppers like to run, they really like to get a post touch, and I really like that. It just to kind of get in there, see if they can't take it or play out of that. And that time Howard had it one-on-one, took it and scored.
Rode in the corner, going to put it on the deck, drive into the paint, now looking for help. 10 on the shot clock.
You're seeing them switch and scramble a little bit.
They leave Rode on the wing, an open look. Splashes through, and Kyle Rode almost single-handedly keeping the Flames in it early on. 9 points for Rode, 3 for 3 from downtown.
Yeah, man, the Hilltoppers were scrambling defensively. Liberty recognized the open man, and Kyle Rode brings it.
Whistled for the foul now at the other end as he reached in to knock it away from Howard. That'll get us to a timeout. The big fella, 6'11", Rodney Howard out of Ypsilanti, Michigan. Big Michigan doing work down in the post early. Five-point ball game, 7:45 to go here in the first half. We touched on it early in this ball game, but Liberty this season, it's been all about three-point shooting. The old live by the three, die by the three. That's kind of summed up things offensively for Liberty this season. They average over 10 a ball game, leading Conference USA. They also lead in three-point attempts and field goal percentage. And when it's going well, you're like, man, this is a finely tuned machine. How do you stop these guys? When it's not, that's where the Flames have had their issues. So far today, 4 of 12. Kyle Rode making 3 of those 4.
Yeah, started off with a couple early ones. They were 2 for 4 early, but then kind of going cold from 3. And yeah, Kyle Rode's hot. But, you know, I mean, they're going to keep shooting them. That's part of what they do. And Matheny at any moment can get hot. You got Brody Peebles over there who can get it, you know, instant offense off the bench. And again, Porter is a threat when he's looking for a shot. So they're going to need a couple guys to kind of step up here.
They waved that one off and called a travel on Brandon Newman before the shot. So a turnover gives it back to Liberty. Each team with 5 turnovers at this point. Western Kentucky gave up 14 threes in their loss to FIU a week ago. That's kind of abnormal for what they've been defensively this year. They've been one of the better teams defending the 3 in Conference USA. Porter circles underneath the hoop, gets it out to Matheny. 12 on the shot clock. Right back to Colin Porter. Looking for a screen. Not looking for help. Matheny going to try to drive it. Gets through, gets to the rim, and lays it in.
Yeah, great take and a great read by Matheny. He looked the defender off and got enough daylight in there to sneak it up in and get a couple for the Flames. Much needed.
With as good as Western Kentucky has felt like they've been playing so far, that one's denied. They only lead by 3 with just under 7 to go.
With a little momentum here.
Rode steps into 1. Yes, sir! The senior has 12 and a timeout on the floor.
And you can see that defensive stop, the block shot by Cleveland energized them. They were off and running. Huge shot by Kyle Rode.
And Steve Lutz is letting Tyrone Marshall have it in that Western Kentucky huddle. He was not pleased with the performance of the senior. Take a look at that block.
Yeah, because here's the thing. He gets the block shot. He's kind of out of the, doesn't hustle, get back, and that's probably his man because Kyle's playing the 4 spot. And there you see Matheny on the take, which is tough because you got Fay lurking around, great shot blocker, or sometimes it's Howard. So the Liberty guards, when they go in there, it's not as easy just beating your man. for a lane. You got to watch where their 5 is in there.
Well, you never know, Naz, about a senior day, all the emotion, how will the guy respond to it. Kyle Rhodes, so far this has been the kind of senior day you dream about. 4 of 4 from three-point range, 12 points to lead all scorers, and I mean, we said it, he's kept Liberty in this one while some other guys have struggled offensively early on.
Yeah, he's done a nice job in the post when he's had to play the 5 spot. Played some good defense against the Hilltoppers big men.
An 8-0 run for Liberty over the last
I mean, they're energized. They're getting stops, and that's leading to offense.
Marshall with it on the wing, guarded by Rowe. They're looking to feed the post. They had a mismatch there if they wanted it. Now they'll swing it. McHenry deflected. They track it down. 10 on the shot clock. They feed it into Faye. Working on Shiloh Robinson. Pump fake, goes up, left it short. Fight for the rebound. Still loose. Western Kentucky saves it. Now they'll hoist a 3. Too strong. And it's Cleveland pulling the rebound. Liberty with a chance to take a lead on this possession. Just over 6 minutes to go. Wraparound pass. Left open, Colin Porter. That goes through.
That's the Colin Porter I love. The guy that's getting out to the 3 line and looking for a shot.
And that's the Zach Cleveland the Flames love. Creating for his teammates. Now that shot doesn't go for McHenry. Liberty with the chance to push the tempo a bit.
They've got energy and momentum. They've turned the tide with a couple big shots and a couple big stops.
Porter passes out Road, another one. Off the mark, fight for the rebound, deflected out, and it will go to Western Kentucky. Road with another clean look. Out of his hand, it looked like that one was going to be good, but it rattled off. Deegan Moore checking back into the game now for Western Kentucky. Good-looking freshman out of Dry Ridge, Kentucky. He's played really well for them. In fact, started their last game.
Yeah, he's been earning more and more minutes as Coach Lutz gets more confidence in the freshman.
Marshall drug that back foot. Now he comes up a little gimpy.
Yeah, he drug his one foot. His other kind of ankle rolled a little bit.
So he's going to limp his way over towards the bench. Here's another look. Right, yeah, you couldn't see it, but you could kind of see that right leg buckle a little bit as that ankle rolled. So he's going to make his way off the floor, and that'll be something to monitor as we move forward.
Yeah, I think he's going to be all right. They'll tape it up a little tighter. And
that was the 6th turnover for WKU in this game. Colin Porter lost the handle, and it will stay with Liberty.
Yeah, the Hilltoppers are switching, and you know, it's not everything. So they'll switch when they need to, when they communicate with a teammate, and sometimes it takes Liberty an extra little second to kind of see if they switched and where the advantage is, where a mismatch might be.
That one poked away. Fight for the basketball, and it will, as the official tries to
it almost took him out.
Gather himself. I believe it'll stay with Liberty, as Dante Allen was laying out of bounds when he touched it.
Yeah, Allen, nice poke away, and then both guys going to the floor. And
so the shot clock does not reset. Still just 10 now on the shot clock for the Flames. Cleveland to handle it. Tries to turn the corner, cut off. Now throws it away.
Yeah, just got a little too ahead of himself, as he sometimes does.
11 turnovers in the last 2 games for Zach Cleveland. That has been a little bit of an issue at times this season. The drive, the pump fake, no. The rebound, he got it again. That's Colin Bay working hard. Gonna take another attempt. That time it goes down. Boy, he earned that one.
He sure did. Great effort by Colombe, and that's a few times now that Liberty's been stung from an offensive rebound. Playing good D, but it's not over until you clean the glass.
That one tipped and taken away. Tegan Moore, the interception and the lay-in.
And you're seeing why Moore's getting more minutes. Good defensive play like that is going to get you on the court.
Back-to-back possessions have ended in turnovers for Liberty. They're up to 7 here in the first half.
And again, Coach Lutz gives those guys a little freedom to take some gambles, to shoot a gap. Good pass.
Robinson left all alone. Pump fake, and he lays it in for 2.
And that's kind of the downside of a trapping, gambling defense. Liberty recognizes it. Good passing to get a layup.
Allen at the free throw line will back it out now. They swing it to the corner. McHenry gonna hoist the three. Doesn't fall. Western Kentucky just 1 of 6 from beyond the arc. Cleveland had a path to the rim. Now leaves it for Rode in rhythm. That goes down. His 5th three-pointer in the first half.
Man, Rode is feeling it, and man, he made that look easy. That's tough. Full speed running in transition. Stopped on a dime. Great balance to get the 3.
Allen shuffled those feet a little bit. No call. Now going to work on the smaller Matheny.
A little size advantage.
He gives it up.
Flames doing a little switching on defense now.
A lot of contact in the paint. And they're going to get Liberty on the whistle, it appears. As bodies hit the floor, Babacar Faye ended up on his back. That one's going to go on Shiloh Robinson. It's been the Road Show so far today. The senior Kyle Rode with 14 to lead the Flames. 30-27 Liberty on a rainy day in Lynchburg, Virginia. Kyle Rode's been the story for the Flames thus far. 5 of 7 from the field. 14 points, 4 of 5 from 3. By the way, they called that last one a 2, said his foot was on the line. But what a start for the senior out of Lexington, Kentucky.
Rainy day, and he's raining threes in here. And, you know, he sustained them, Matt. There was a midway there in that first half where Liberty could not get a bucket. Everything was kind of labored, and Kyle hit a few big threes to keep him in it. Then the defense kind of tightened up, and Liberty took the lead here.
The Flames made 6 of their last 7 shots from the field. Remember that Middle Tennessee game? Liberty made 11 straight shots at one point in the first half, and yet still trailed by 3 at the break. Turnovers were the issue in that ball game. Turnovers, kind of an issue here today. 7 already for the Flames. This has been a team that throughout the season has been one of the better teams in the nation in terms of taking care of the basketball. The spin, oh, the nifty lay-in from Christian Lander. Tough move for the senior from Evansville, Indiana.
Yeah, they just kind of cleared out, and Lander went to work. Nice finish.
Xander Yates in the ball game for the first time for Liberty as Matheny nearly lost the handle. Popwell Porter had a wide open look, now gives it back to Matheny. That missed badly.
And again, that scrambling, kind of gambling defense of the Hilltoppers. You know, it pays off there with the miss. But you can see they are really trying to create some confusion.
A 3 ball off the mark. Matheny pulls it down. Porter gonna launch this one. Passed up the last one. That one off the mark. So the Flames missing their last couple of buckets, or shot attempts, I should say, as now they come away with the steal.
Yes. Matheny just read it perfectly, reached down and just took it off the pass.
The drive circled up and under, laid it off the window for 2. Matheny with 7 so far this afternoon.
Good recognition, wide open paint. Turned the corner on his man and saw nothing but daylight.
The post feed. And a whistle underneath as Rodney Howard took it right into the chest of Xander Yates. There's that last bucket from Matheny.
Yeah, nice hesitation. Got that one step by, and that's a tough finish right there. Reverse.
You don't see those big bodies down there. You better take advantage while you can.
That's exactly right. His eyes lit up. You didn't see Faye or Howard lurking down in there waiting on him.
So the foul on Xander Yates will send Rodney Howard to the line.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, you know, Rode can't battle the 5s all afternoon, and so, you know, we saw Sutherland for a few minutes, Yates coming in now, and, you know, these guys just haven't had a lot of minutes down there, especially against a guy whose size, you know, of Howard.
Good to see Tyrone Marshall check back in after getting that ankle taped up. One more free throw for Howard. Off the mark. Whistle, that's going to go against Western Kentucky.
Yeah, Howard, Marshall's got to be more smarter than that. Yeah, I mean, he's in the second position on the free throw, and it's one thing to kind of make a stab at it, but it's not worth getting a foul.
Minute and a half to go here in half number 1. Jack Cleveland looking for help. And they get it right back to him. Has the smaller Lander on him, trying to back him in. Faye just waiting for him in the
trying
paint.
to get help.
Getting to that right hand and the soft touch off the window. First points of the day for Zach Cleveland.
Yeah, and Cleveland did a great job. He knew Faye was waiting for the turnaround, and he kissed that thing high off the glass above the window.
Moore left it well short. Offensive rebound, and the foul as Babacar Faye put it back up.
Yeah, the Hilltoppers have really done a nice job in this first half, going to the offensive glass. Yeah, here you go. Cleveland knows he has the advantage, sees Faye waiting, and then way up high off the glass. Nice job by Cleveland to get the bucket.
4 offensive rebounds on the day for Western Kentucky, as Faye will head to the stripe. He's scoreless so far here this afternoon. First one goes down.
Yeah, and they've turned those into 4 second chance points. Now 5 with the free throw, but yeah, I mean, it's a lot to kind of keep this Hilltopper offense in check, but you cannot let down because they got some guys that can really crash the glass. Long arms, some athleticism, and Liberty's got to block out.
Babacar Faye is at the line now. He had 5 offensive rebounds the last time out against FIU.
Yeah, he's got a real nice stroke there from the free throw line. Sometimes big guys don't look comfortable up there, but he sure does.
Yeah, transfer from College of Charleston, originally from Senegal. Great story as he was able to make his way over to the States and has had a nice college career. Under a minute to go, Cleveland, double team comes, leaves it off. Corner look for Porter, he passed it up. Matheny now tried to kick it out, deflected, and nearly stolen away, still loose. Somehow the Flames get it, and Porter lays it in. Count the bucket, a goaltend, in the most chaotic possession of the day. Somehow Liberty comes away with the bucket.
It was a pinball machine over there. It was bouncing off different guys, 3 or 4 different saves.
Goodness. I don't know how no one was out of bounds there, and that one it looked like a clear goaltend. Yeah, that one off the window.
You can see it hit the window first, and then Faye clears it up, but I'd like to get a shot of that. Yeah, like you said, how it did not go out of bounds over there with 3 or 4 guys diving at it.
Walking the tightrope there along the baseline.
And I don't know what. Not sure what the discussion was over there. Coach McKay having a word with the referee.
About 3.5 seconds difference between shot and game clock here as the first half winds down. Faye gives it up. Good open look, and it rattles out for Tegan Moore. So now Liberty can hold for the last shot.
Yeah, and they need to take one good one and get into halftime. At the very least, up 4 after being down 7.
Road left open, 3 ball off the mark, rebound to Western Kentucky. One last hoist at the buzzer, off the mark, and the Flames will take a 4-point lead to the half. Well, listen, they trailed by as many as 8 points in the first half. But an 11-0 run got it back into it. Kyle Rowe, the key with 14 first half points.
Things were slow, a little bit labored. Kyle, the senior captain, got him over the hump, and a great finish to this first half.
Emily standing by with Richie McKay.
Coach McKay, it seemed like momentum shifted midway through the first in y'all's favor. What change that needs to continue in the second?
They're really physical, so we got to match their physicality, and we got to take care of the ball.
Kyle Rowe, big half from him. How special is that, and how emotional is this day for you? Final game at Liberty Arena for your Unicorn.
I can't say enough about Kyle Rowe and Shiloh and Gabriel. Those young men have made our program and our lives better.
Good.
So hopefully we send them off with a win.
Sounds good. Thanks, Coach. Best of luck the second half, guys.
Appreciate it, Emily. 4-point game at the half. We mentioned the first time these teams met, it was a thriller. It may well be another one here today. Coming up at half, we'll take a look at the Conference USA tournament upcoming, stats and highlights as well.
Welcome back to Liberty Arena, moments away from the second half. Looks like another close one coming your way, Coach. You guys are no stranger to those close games. What do you want to see from your guys down the stretch?
Well, we've got to do a much better job in transition defense, and we've got to guard the three-point line. They got free late, and they made a couple threes, and that's changed the game for us. And then offensively, we've got to share the ball a little bit more, and we've got to make layups. Missed 8 layups in the first half, and that's unacceptable.
Thanks for your time, Coach. Guys, back over to you.
Yeah, Emily mentioned it.
Yep.
4 of their conference losses this season have been by 2 points. Speaking of Western Kentucky, in fact, their most lopsided CUSA loss was 6 points. They have been in every game. They've played a lot of close ones. Steve Lutz saying, you know, some of those he puts on maybe the guys wearing the stripes. There have certainly been some really questionable calls that have not gone their way, speaking especially of the Middle Tennessee game. But like he said, we've got to find a way to be better in these tight games, and it seems like we're setting up for another one.
Yeah, for sure. And even after all those tight losses, I mean, they still lock up the 3 seed. You can see they've got a great balanced team. They've got inside, they've got outside. And so it really boils down. I mean, everybody's trying to do what they do best, right? I mean, Liberty's trying to hit their threes. They run out, and their offense has been clicking, but you can see you want to make a championship run, you know it. You got to have a tough defensive squad. So a lot riding, still got 20 more minutes. This is going to be an exciting finish, I think.
Well, just to reset what we said at the beginning of this ball game, Western Kentucky is locked in to the 3 seed in the Conference USA Championship. That's not changing based on the result today. But for Liberty, they can finish as high as the 4th seed or as low as the 8th seed. If they lose, they will be the 8th seed. Why is that important? Well, the first game of the tournament is the 8-9 battle, and that's just to face the conference regular season champion, Sam Houston. You don't want to play that extra game.
That's right.
You don't want to have to face Sam Houston in game 2 if you even make it that far. So that's why it's so important that Liberty wins today and gives themselves a chance to not be stuck in that 8-9 matchup.
Yeah, I mean, 3 games in March to win a championship is hard enough, but 4 is next to impossible. It's not impossible, but yeah, you want to keep yourself out of that play-in game if at all possible.
Kyle Rode spinning, pump fake, tries to step through. Boy, tough look. Tyrone Marshall defended it well, but Rode gets it to fall.
Great footwork. Everybody watches up high to see if the basket goes in. Great footwork, great use of the pivot foot by Kyle Rode.
They try to feed the post as Western Kentucky. That's not who they were trying to feed, but somehow Marshall found it and laid it in.
Great heads up by Marshall on the opposite end of the court. Saw the pass kind of go through to nobody and made an effort on it.
Rode driving, kicks out now to Zach Cleveland, top of the key. Cleveland's been more of a distributor than a scorer so far today, as they get it to him now. Kicks to the corner, and Matheny steps out of bounds. A clean look, exactly what you want, just lost track of where he was on the court.
Yeah, he's had a few of those that last couple games, kind of getting himself. So he's got great range, and you can do that when you're up high. But in that corner, you got to really be conscious of where your feet are.
Quiet day so far for Don McHenry, coming off a quiet performance against FIU. Just 4 points in that game, only 2 so far here today. Western Kentucky, if they're going to not only win here, but make that run in the tournament, they need their point guard to kind of get back to his old ways, as you get an offensive foul going against the Hilltoppers.
Yeah, it's kind of a Newman. Kind of like a rub. You know, the wide receiver, you kind of act like you're not going to set a screen, and just kind of gave enough of a shove to Van Zandt.
So Newman picks up the foul. He'll check out. Tegan Moore comes in. Cleveland holds the basketball top of the key. Matheny nearly lost his footing, nearly lost it again. Now back it out and reset. Got Babacar Faye on him. Faye doing a good job moving his feet, keeping Matheny in front. And the pass to Van Zandt. Hands off to Porter. Right back to Van Zandt. Rises up, lays it off the window for 2.
Wow, really great patience of ball movement by Liberty right there. Even with the shot clock running down. Nice little 2-man game, Porter and Van Zandt for the finish.
6 points for Van Zandt here today.
Yeah, as always, making some really nice basket cuts.
How about the strength of the freshman Tegan Moore? Just muscled his way through the defender, bucket and the foul.
Yeah, 6'5", 215, kind of going up over Porter.
Tegan Moore, I mean, freshman, that body doesn't look like a freshman.
I know, that's right. He's strong and again skilled out on the perimeter, but here he sees he's got Porter, kind of backs him in, takes him in deep, and right up through a good finish there by Tegan Moore.
Completes the 3-point play. Moore actually committed to the previous staff, but was just so committed to Western Kentucky wanted to be there, that when Steve Lutz came in, he said, I'm not changing my commitment. I want to come play and be a Hilltopper. They're glad he did.
Yeah, good decision on both of those guys' parts.
Cleveland kicks out. They left Road all by himself. Can't do that. He makes them pay.
Yeah, you kind of got to honor Cleveland in the post, and they kind of shaded him, almost a double team. And that left Kyle Road open.
He's the
not
one
the guy you want to leave open there.
And now a turnover. Marshall was looking for more cut to the hoop, and it ends up landing in that Western Kentucky bench. You see the reaction from Steve Lutz. Did not love that last defensive possession.
Yeah, he's saying, you can't. It's one thing to kind of shade a guy and give a little help, but you can't double a guy and leave the leading three-point maker in the conference open for a free look.
That one kicked. Nice footwork there by Babacar Faye.
Well, in Senegal, they play
probably
a lot of soccer.
play a lot of soccer.
You joke about that, but I'm telling you that a lot of those guys that come over have great footwork. Even the bigs, because of that, they grow up playing soccer.
No, in your time, you guys recruited a lot of guys.
That's right. Yep, Nigeria. Yeah.
Cleveland spins, tries to step through, well defended, ball loose. Cleveland still fighting for it. Eventually, Western Kentucky comes away with the ball. Moore. No whistle. Or was there? Yes, the whistle drawn as he went right into the body of Kyle Road.
Another strong play by Tegan Moore. Hilltoppers in transition. Moore running up ahead of the pack and just takes it right into the body.
Boy, that's some strength there as he went chest up into Kyle Road, and 6 second-half points now for Tegan Moore. He's been a spark.
Yeah, and you can see he got the start the other night. He's been earning more and more minutes, and you can see why.
He's the leading scorer right now for WKU. That one nearly picked off. Cleveland probably didn't need to do that. Now commits the foul. Just
yeah, the deflection, it was going to be Liberty ball, and he just kind of made a dive at it, which he didn't have to, and a little frustration foul.
A couple of poor decisions there from Cleveland. That gives the ball back to Western Kentucky. Shiloh Robinson checking in now for the Flames. See if they can get more of the basketball again. He's had the hot hand. They do, knifing his way through the defense and the soft touch off the window.
Well, we've seen him kind of take some contact and finish strong, but he's got some skills out on that perimeter. Nice curl, nice soft mid-range finish right there.
And Moore had a season high 22 against Louisiana Tech a little over a week ago. Robinson, right place, right time, the offensive rebound and the putback.
Yeah, going back to Moore, I mean, if he's your leading scorer and you still got McHenry,
right,
who can kind of explode at any moment, I know they're waiting on him to.
That shot off the mark, and Porter, ill-advised, and even worse than that, McHenry had it and lost it. Who wants the basketball
Both point
now?
guards being very un-point guard-like.
Both coaches pulling whatever hair out they have left. Liberty leads by 3. 3-point game, Liberty on top of Western Kentucky, just under 16 minutes to play. Well, this week, Conference USA announced their all-academic team. 3 of the 5 members on the floor here tonight.
Right.
Brandon Newman for Western Kentucky, along with Colin Porter and Kyle Road of Liberty.
The smart guys.
The smart guys.
I love those guys. I kind of relate to those guys. You know, my GPA was always higher than my scoring average.
Your points
by
per
far.
game?
Yes, that's right.
The amazing thing is these guys can do both.
That's true.
You know?
That's true. I could not do that.
Yeah, I was with you. You better be smart. You better help the team GPA and not helping on the court or on the field.
Oh, it's great to see those guys doing it in the classroom.
Emily hanging out by that Liberty huddle. What's going on, Em?
Yeah, associate head coach Rob Jones was telling his guys, you need to be willing to help the next guy. We're going to be mismatched at times, so you guys need to play together and be willing to help out your teammates.
Zach Cleveland with the ball on the wing, gives it to Matheny, drives baseline, surrounded, kicks it out. Right back to Matheny in the corner with 12 on the shot clock. Drives by Moore, had it denied and a whistle. Boy, Matheny went down hard, pops up quickly as Tegan Moore whistled for the foul.
That was scary.
Like Moore was clean up top, but got him within the body, right in the midsection.
Yeah, he landed just flat on his side. He didn't break his fall.
A few times this season, Matheny has gone down, and you're like, is he going to get up?
Tough kid, just plays all out all the time.
Knocks down the free throw, 8 points. Caden Matheny transferred in from Bowling Green during the offseason and has been a huge piece of this Liberty puzzle, averaging over 13 a game. Gets them both to fall. Liberty's lead is 5. That's their largest lead of the ball game. Jack Edelin in the ball game now, handling the rock, the freshman.
Yeah, another guy who just kind of comes in, runs good offense, plays tough D for the Hilltoppers.
Shot off the mark. Colombe unable to connect. The Flames with a chance to continue to push that lead out a little further. Richie McKay calls in a play from the sideline. Flames very deliberate. A lot of dribbling with Matheny, and now a whistle as Jack Edelin called for the foul. Edelin 5'10". This is one of the few times where the Flames feel like, hey,
yeah, we got an even matchup here.
We got an even matchup with our guards.
Yeah, it's just interesting. You got some just, again, the Hilltoppers will switch kind of randomly, and sometimes it creates an advantage for them. Sometimes Liberty will have a disadvantage. It's like who can recognize it, who can take advantage of it.
Porter on the wing, 12 on the shot clock.
So now you got Edelin trying to guard Cleveland down there.
Nearly overthrew it. He tracks it down, 6 on the shot clock. He's got to go. Does he recognize it? Shiloh Robinson forced the hoist it. Hits it.
Good confidence by Shiloh to just take that shot.
And now a whistle and a block on the other end against Matheny. That was just the 5th made 3 of the season for Shiloh Robinson. He's been a guy that, a season ago shot over 30% from beyond the arc, was just over 20 so far this year, but was forced to hoist one, and
it looked good, hits it. But what you see though is even on a make, I mean, the Hilltoppers are down the court in a hurry.
And that's another one going against Matheny.
So two real
fouls
quick
in about 5 seconds of game time. A 7-0 run for Liberty has pushed this out to an 8-point advantage. And now a whistle underneath and another foul against the Flames. So 3 team fouls in about 8 seconds. That one called on Shiloh Robinson.
Yeah, that one, guys are battling there in the post.
So already 6 team fouls. Western Kentucky's going to be shooting free throws from here on out. Colombe waving people off. He wants to go to work against Cleveland. Goes up over the top of him and scores.
Yeah, they were committed to getting a shot in the post. Colombe answers.
Matheny drives, kicks it out. Cleveland now whips one towards the corner. Was it deflected? The officials looking at each other, and they say no. Richie McKay losing his mind. He's asking for the two to get together and sort it out. Now the third official makes his way across the court. So in theory, he had the worst view of all of them. But he comes in to
he was kind of like
sort it out, and they've changed the call. Let's see if we can tell here. Kind of a dangerous pass.
Yeah.
And it looked like maybe Moore got a fingertip on it. So the Flames fortunate to keep possession. Steve Lutz saying, man, we had one of those go against us down at FIU here just a week ago. Robinson fouled on the shot attempt. He'll get to the line. It was a play that was reviewed for about 5 minutes in a tie game, FIU and Western Kentucky last Saturday, that it looked like it should have been Western Kentucky basketball. They did not give it to him, and FIU ends up hitting the game winner there in the closing moments of that game. And sometimes when you're in a little bit of a funk like the Hilltoppers are, 3 straight losses, you feel like you just don't get any of the breaks.
Yes, you know, breaks, and you're trying to create some breaks. It seems like you're banging your head against a wall sometimes.
Robinson gets 1 of 2. He has 8 points on the night. Shiloh, it feels like the last week and a half or so has been some of the best basketball he's played all year long.
Yeah, some great nights where he really played great defense. Other nights scoring.
Howard just lowers that shoulder into Robinson. Now a whistle after the shot, and it's going to go against Western Kentucky.
Yeah, see right there. I mean, Shiloh scoring, but he's had a couple really great defensive stops on that end against, you know, that time Howard.
That foul called on Colombe, so now 5 team fouls on Western Kentucky.
But you can see Western Kentucky, they believe in their bigs. They like to run that offense through them, get those guys touches, and then play off of it.
Mismatch once again. Cleveland on the smaller Edlin. Kicks it out. Rode had to make a nice catch. Gathers, fires, and hits. It's been his day.
It sure has. I mean, he caught that thing way outside of himself, had to regather his feet.
And now a whistle on the other end, as Tegan Moore made an aggressive move.
Yeah, Moore is just attacking off the dribble, and he's either scoring or getting himself to the free throw line. I mean, look at this, really tough catch. But to get yourself gathered, feet under you, concentration on the finish, that's a big shot right there by Kyle Rode.
22 points for Kyle Rode as Tegan Moore heads to the strike. Moore has been the dude offensively here in the second half.
I mean, Liberty's held McHenry in check. And Moore, I mean, the freshman is growing up.
Moore with 13 points, 9 of those here in the first 7 minutes of the second half, and a chance to add 1 more to it. And he does. Tegan Moore said, I'll show you for taking me out of the starting lineup. Get me back in there. No, but Steve Lutz telling us this week, I don't care who starts.
That's right.
I care who finishes.
Yep.
And he said, I don't worry about mixing and matching starting lineups.
Yeah, and coaches will do that. The key is if players will accept that.
Right.
That on certain nights, your number's called, you get a lot of minutes, or you get to start. If you're willing to throw your talents in and say just for whatever the best use of the team is, that's when you really got something special.
Matheny taking a couple of bumps there, and the whistle going against Christian Lander. So the foul story is going to be a big part of what happens over the last 12-45 here.
Yeah.
Both teams shooting the rest of the way.
That's right.
Yeah, we talked to Coach Lutz about that depth, and he said he likes to have a lot of, obviously the good players. It gives you an opportunity that if a guy's not playing well, you can give another guy those minutes. They have like 7 or 8 guys who are averaging over 20 minutes as Shiloh Robinson comes short on that 3-pointer. But, that depth is going to help them come tournament play next week.
Yeah, they certainly are going to have some fresh bodies as a whistle and an offensive foul. Shiloh Robinson slid over, got the puppy set, and was able to take the charge.
Yeah, I was just raving a few minutes ago about his defense, and there it is on display. Gets himself set, holds his ground outside of the restricted area.
As we've still got over 12 minutes to go in the second half, it feels like we should be at the 4-minute mark. There's been so much happening here.
Yes, every possession is a battle. We wouldn't expect anything else in March.
Cleveland gets himself 2 feet in the paint. Now looking to kick out, and does. Matheny with 8 on the shot clock. Drives, and that one kicked as he was trying to drop it off for a cutting Shiloh Robinson. So that'll get us to a timeout. Liberty with an 8-point advantage, and they've had to work for it. Flames trying to close out the season with the W. Just under 12 minutes to go in this regular season finale for Western Kentucky and Liberty. That's both teams shooting over 60% from the field here in the second half. Yeah. I don't know if it feels that way. It's been a battle down there, especially in the paint.
Yeah, 2 things. It's physical in there, and then a lot of turnovers have kind of made it look ugly.
Emily over there in that WKU huddle during the timeout. Em, what are you hearing?
Yeah, Coach Lutz telling his guys, we've got to get some stops. We fouled on the last 4 or 5 possessions. Multiple coaches telling the players, we cannot lose road. Do not lose road. We've got to be able to find. And they also mentioned Katie Matheny as well.
Yeah, Road 6 of 9 from three-point land. He had another one. It was a 2 because his foot was on the line.
Yeah.
So he nearly
Stay on the road.
Stay on the road. Matheny catches it, fades away, left that short. Tough look as Western Kentucky comes away with it. Don McHenry, let's see if they can get him going. It has been a quiet day for their star guard.
I said it, I just like how they push the ball in transition, make or miss. That really puts
back 3, and that's a big one. Christian Lander.
Yeah, Lander.
Before that, they were just 1 of 8 from downtown. So just the second three-pointer of the day for a team that on the season makes just under 7 a contest.
Yeah, don't shoot a whole lot of them. But this is the end where they really got to turn it up, the defensive end. And they do. They steal.
Force the turnover. Lander, full head of steam through the lane. Had it knocked out of his hands. It'll stay with the Hilltoppers. That's the 10th turnover of the afternoon for Liberty. Porter got a hand in there to knock it away. A chance for WKU to really tighten this one up. Trailing by just 5. Not Columbe with it.
Columbe's had some really nice moves in there.
And they get a block, no shot. They get Cleveland on the block.
Somebody was coming out of there with a foul.
Right. Well, I mean, based on what we've seen today, when it goes into Columbe, it's not coming out.
That's right.
He's going to back his way down and get a look. This time he gets to the free throw line.
Yeah, Columbe's made some nice moves. He's had a couple offensive rebounds, putbacks.
So 1 and 1. Missed that one. Fight for the rebound. It's still on the deck. It's still loose. Players trying to find it, and eventually we get a tie-up. Possession arrow points the way of the Hilltoppers. Bodies hitting the deck, and you saw that basketball just kind of squirt out behind everybody. Mop up the floor. Now we're ready to go.
Like you said, there's been just such physical play, some turnovers. It's kind of made it look like a grind, but teams are shooting really well percentage-wise.
Howard got himself just enough space to lay that one off the window. His first points of the second half. Listen, if you can get it into him, for Western Kentucky, I would just keep feeding that dude. I don't know that Liberty has an answer for him down in the post.
Yeah, and again, that's what makes them tough. You know, they got a nice 1-2 punch in that 5 position between Fay and Howard.
Now it's Cleveland trying to back his way in from the elbow. Passes out, Porter gives it out to Matheny. Little stutter step. They left Road, open 3. You can't leave him. He'll make you pay. 25 for Kyle Rose.
Yeah, they were watching the penetration too much.
And now a whistle and a foul. Did they get Rode? They did. So that's number 3 on Kyle Rode now, as they were jockeying for position down on the block.
Yeah, you know, Kyle's kind of saying he's thought he got hooked.
Well, that is huge because Rode now going to take a seat.
Yeah, he's got the hot hand. I mean, I'm sure Coach McHale just have him sit, kind of clear his head a little bit, see if he can't get a minute or 2. He's probably due for a little rest, but you can't leave 22 over there too much longer. Man, he has been fabulous all afternoon.
So this is 1 and 1 for Rodney Howard, as that was still just the 9th team foul on the Flames. That was way short. Rattles around, and now a whistle. And we've got a foul called on Western Kentucky.
Yeah.
Wow. That one called, I think, on Dante Allen. No, who was that on?
Porter went to grab the loose ball, and somebody's arm got in there.
They called it on Howard, actually.
Okay, so I guess Howard was still at the free throw line. And
Lutz can't believe it. I'm a little surprised myself, as now that sends Porter to the free throw line at the other end. Now it's his turn to shoot 1 and 1.
Well, as physical as this game has been, you might see a lot of free throws here.
Stretch. And as tightly as it's been called. Remember in the first half, there was like 7 total fouls between the two teams. We're up to 17 now here with 10 minutes to go. We'll see if that's good news for Liberty, a team that is last in Conference USA in free throw percentage. So far today, 7 of 8.
Yeah.
On the wing, Lander gives it up. Tegan Moore, so great early here in the second half. Tries to get free from Benzant, can't do it. 12 on the shot clock, Lander, good pump fake, the kick out. Colin Bay's turn to kick it out. Another great pump fake. Lander frees himself and knocks it down. Christian Lander, 2 fantastic pump fakes. Matheny went flying by, landed in the WKU bench, and then Lander calmly knocks down the triple.
Yeah, great fake, and then just great presence to kind of regather yourself, concentrate. Big hit right there by Lander.
Cleveland drives, but looked like he had a look to lay it in, gave it up and stolen away. Colin Bay with the lay-in at the other end.
Toppers are off and running. Defense to offense.
Yeah, defense offense quickly.
Yes, they are great at that.
11 turnovers now for Liberty, 10 points off of those turnovers. And we've got a 3-point ball game with 9 to go. As we say that, Kyle Road makes his way to the scorer's table. Shiloh Robinson trying to back his way down against the bigger Rodney Howard. Flames leave it off for Matheny, pulls up from 3, that rattles off. Howard with the rebound, and Western Kentucky a chance to tie on this possession with the 3. McHenry looking to do just that. Online, a little strong.
It looked good from our angle.
He can't buy one today. 1 of 6 from the field. Matheny gonna slow it up, maybe just catch his breath for a moment. As this one, the tempo kind of turning the way that Western Kentucky would like it to go.
Yeah, so I like the decision by Liberty to kind of slow the pace a little bit.
Shiloh Robinson, the strong take, and he'll get himself to the free throw line.
Yeah, you got to be a threat out there. You can't let the defense just play off you that time. I mean, Shiloh's hit a 3 already. Saw the defender running at him.
Robinson already with 8 points. Earns himself a couple of free throws as Colin Bay whistled for the foul. That's number 3 on him. First free throw strong for Robinson, the senior out of Kearney, Nebraska. Kyle Road checks back in.
Yeah, we've seen Shiloh over his career, Matt, 5 years, another one of these super seniors. Man, he's had some big nights. Sometimes scoring, other times just playing great post defense.
It's 1 of 2. 9 points for Shiloh Robinson, the most he's scored in a game since actually the first time these two teams met, back on January 6th. Scored 9 in that contest as well. Alabay trying to feed it to Babacar Faye, and it's stolen.
Yeah, Road pulled the chair out from under him and just picked up the pass.
Matheny drives, tries to leave it off for Cleveland. Poor pass stolen away.
There's some contact in there.
McHenry with it, the crossover. Hangs and hits. Bucket in the foul. Don McHenry had not scored in the second half, just 2 points on the day, but that is a big bucket, and he's got a chance to add one more to it on the other side. The explosive guard trying to bring the Hilltoppers back.
Welcome back to Liberty Arena. It's a close contest with less than 8 to play. Liberty leading by 2. There's a special ceremony during halftime of today's game. Scorekeeper Randy Cheddar was recognized for his time here at Liberty. 43 years. Randy did the scorebook here for the Flames for 43 years. Today is his last and final game doing the scorebook, guys. It's actually 45 years. The first 2 years he did the shot clock. So Liberty made him a plaque that will sit in his seat for years and years to come. But his first response was, hey, can I take this home? No, it's going to stay right here, Randy. So just wanted to give him some love and appreciation for all of his time and loyalty here for the Flames.
Yeah, I've known Randy for many, many years. He was doing the book way back when I was playing. And got to know Randy. He's also, like myself, a educator and school administrator. So great guy. Loves Liberty basketball. Has been there for 45 years of it. Man, I was going to be sad to see him go.
It's going to be weird looking across the court and not seeing him.
That's right, not seeing Randy.
All right, 2-point ball game, 7.5 to go. Don McHenry at the free throw line, trying to tighten this one up just a little bit more.
Yeah, that might be all McHenry needed.
Yeah.
Get that basket, get a little three-point play the old-fashioned way. And, I mean, a guy like him, all you need is a bucket, and he could just go off.
He was a JUCO first-team All-American a year ago at Indian Hills Community College. He and Columbe were teammates there. How good do you think that squad was, huh?
Picked up a couple good ones there.
Zach Cleveland, hands off for Kyle Rode. 3-ball coming. Left that one way short. Fight for it. Out of bounds, and it will stay with Liberty. Good hustle there by Robinson and Cleveland, kind of keeping that one alive.
Yeah, if you can't get it, just get a hand on it, get a finger on it. They kept it alive, and Liberty keeps the possession.
Liberty, if you want to call this a big lineup, you've got Robinson, Cleveland, and Rode all on the floor together.
Yeah, I like that they're keeping Robinson out there to play defensively on the 5 spot, so Kyle Rode doesn't have to.
Robinson gets in the paint, bucket and the foul!
Man, that is a huge play by Shiloh Robinson.
A season-high 11 points for Shiloh Robinson, the 5th-year senior on senior day, going out with one of his best games all year.
Yeah, man, taking a lot of contact by Colombe, kept the dribble, nice pivot foot, strong finish, and the foul.
Robinson, always kind of the glue guy in his career. But a big game today. Converts from the free throw line. He's got 12. A 4-point advantage for the Flames. If you've been watching Conference USA basketball this year, you know you might as well just jump ahead to about the 6-minute mark in a 3-point ball game and just play it from there. That seems like the way all these games have gone. Liberty was trying to feed Robinson in the post. He's calling for it. He has the mismatch.
Yeah, he's got Lander on him.
And now a whistle and a foul. Going to go against McHenry.
Yeah, the Hilltoppers did a good job defensively to not give an easy look and an entry pass down to the post. The Shiloh was called for it. He had the smaller Lander on him.
So that sends Kyle Rode to the free throw line. Both teams in the double bonus the rest of the way, as that free throw hits on the rim 3 times before falling off. Joseph Van Zandt subs back in, replaces Caden Matheny. Rode with 25 points today, make it 26. Might be one of the better defensive units Liberty could put out there, as we get a foul going against Van Zandt now, as he just kind of ran through Babacar Faye, who was setting a screen. He tried to kind of collect himself as he took it right to the midsection.
That's putting it politely. But yeah, Babacar Faye was set in the screen position, and I mean, Van Zandt just really focused on kind of defending the ball. So no ill intent. He's just trying to stay tight on McHenry.
Bay, 65% free throw shooter. 2 coming his way here. His only 2 points of the night have come from the stripe.
And again, he's not a guy they rely on for a lot of scoring, but great defender. He's got great size, and he's always kind of roaming around back there. He's a guy you got to watch out for. Good shot blocker.
Now, Liberty has led since the 4:06 mark in the first half. It almost feels like, wow, Liberty's been in control of this, but
no.
Then you look at the scoreboard and you realize this has been like one possession game and very tight throughout. One turnover here, a miscue there, and Western Kentucky very easily could surge back in front.
Yeah, especially with their up-tempo style offensively. A couple stops or turnovers to run-outs. Things can change in a hurry.
Matheny on the wing. Gets it back to Rode. 10 on the shot clock. Everything around the perimeter right now for the Flames. Kyle Rode going to drive now. Tough look. Doesn't fall, but he's able to draw the foul. And that may be the biggest key of all down the stretch. Who's aggressive and able to get themselves to the free throw line more frequently?
Yeah, attacks off the dribble. We've seen a bunch, you know, from the Hilltoppers. It's been Lander and Moore. Right there you see Rode. We've seen Matheny go off the dribble. So if you're defending all that, you got to do it without fouling, because it's, you know, 2 shots if you're in the shooting motion, and everybody's in bonus now.
27 points for Rode, if you're wondering. His career high, it was also his season high. That was 31 against Wichita State way back in the 4th game of the season.
Yeah, we said this from time to time throughout this season, but what Kyle Rode did over the summer to kind of just make himself into a better scorer cannot be undersold. I mean, they lose Darius McGee, and there's a huge spot to be filled in points, and Rode just, man, he has stepped up all season.
Big possession for Western Kentucky, trailing by 5. Moore goes in strong, has it deflected away, still pinballing around, loose on the deck, picked up by Colin Porter. Nobody could find the basketball, it was just laying on the ground. Zach Cleveland now.
They need to settle things down if you're Liberty.
He had kind of that crazed look in his eye. He gets the ball back now, kicks out. Rode thought about the deep one, now puts it on the deck.
Yeah, he was just a little, probably a step out of his range.
Porter gets it out to Rode. That one in range, the 3 left short. The offensive board for Cleveland. Right back to Rode. Porter, he thought about launching, now smartly backs it out.
Good patience if you're Liberty. You want to make the Hilltoppers play another long defensive possession.
Richie McKay calls in a play from the sideline. Porter has that one deflected out of bounds off the hand of Lander. It'll be Flames basketball with 4 remaining on the shot clock.
And 4 is enough time to get the ball in, make a move, make a penetrate to a pass.
Matheny checks in for Shiloh Robinson.
If you're Hilltoppers, you don't want to foul. You want to contest this thing.
Great pass inside, and Cleveland flushes it with 2 hands.
Wow, great catch. Collected himself and made sure he finished the shot.
Liberty goes in front by 7. McHenry going to take it himself. Couldn't connect. Deflected almost up and in. And now Vinzant skies for the rebound. Matheny, the hard drive and a whistle as he was bumped from behind. They're going to call that one on Lander. Look at that feed from Rode.
Yeah. With bodies flying at Cleveland. Great concentration and elevation for the finish.
So Matheny will get to the free throw line.
Yeah, I thought Liberty should kind of run a little offense, a little clock, but if you're going to go, you got to get something out of it, and Matheny did. He got the foul, got himself to the free throw line.
First one up and good. Matheny with 10 points. By the way, Zach Cleveland, kind of a quiet game scoring, 4 points on 2 of 3 shots, but he also has 8 rebounds, 7 assists. Yeah. He has been doing some work, just not in the scoring column. He's been doing everything else today for the Flames.
Yeah, he's been feeding the hot hand of Kyle Rode and Caden Matheny.
Just 1 of 2 from the stripe, an 8-point advantage for Liberty. And now a foul on the other end as Cleveland went way up and came right down on top of Babacar Faye.
Yeah, Faye looks okay. He's up quick. Yeah, that's one of those ones, you know, you get up in the air and you don't want anybody getting hurt. So
Cleveland.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Cleveland.
He had vision to pinning that thing to the backboard.
When you get up there, you got to make sure the guy doesn't shoot it, but you got to really be careful that you don't come down and get a flagrant foul.
So Faye has been perfect from the free throw line, 5 of 5 today. One more coming. Western Kentucky is going to try to get Riding Howard checked in. Looks like he'll replace Faye if he makes this free throw.
Yeah, they've been kind of trading off all afternoon, the bigs, and they each kind of have a little unique game. They each bring some good qualities to this Hilltopper team.
Western Kentucky hasn't made a shot from the field in over 3 minutes. They have been able to get to the line enough to stay within shouting distance of the Flames.
Yeah, and obviously they want to kind of push the ball, push the pace, but now with Howard in the game, they like going in and getting him touches in the paint.
Porter handles the pressure, gets it to Cleveland, right back to the point guard. And took a bump. And those are the ones, if you're Steve Lutz, that will drive you nuts. The foul called on Brandon Newman, out beyond the three-point line.
Yeah, and he kind of escaped in the few seconds before that. He kind of got into Porter the first time, no call. But yeah, you're right, man. Got to be smarter. Ball's not even in scoring position at that point.
Porter left that one way short. Porter on the season, shooting it at just over 80% from the free throw line coming into the day.
And Zan's going out. He's got a little, got a little blood on his knee.
Yeah, they're taping that up. Aaron Schreiner, Liberty trainer, getting him taken care of. Listen, I'm surprised there hasn't been more blood on the court today with as physical as this second half has been.
For sure.
One more.
It's been physical, but it's been a good, clean game.
Right.
And that's what you love seeing. No cheap shots. Guys are playing hard, making basketball plays.
I mean, both these teams, I think, fully understand what's at stake.
For sure. For sure.
You outlined at the beginning, it's different in terms of seeding. Both teams just wanting to play well heading into the postseason. An air ball from Lander, and the Flames with the ball now, leading by 7. And this crowd, you feel like kind of sensing this is a moment where the Flames could really start to put the hammer down.
Yeah, you want to run good offense, get good shots, but there is still a lot of time, especially for the most up-tempo team, the highest-scoring team in Conference USA in the Hilltop.
8 on the shot clock. And now a whistle. And they get an offensive foul on Vincent away from the basketball. So big as the Flames come up empty on that possession. Western Kentucky trails by 7 with the ball when we return. 70-63, Liberty leads Western Kentucky, 3:36 to go. Just to reset once again, what's at stake heading into the postseason. Western Kentucky will be the 3 seed no matter what happens the rest of the way here. As for Liberty, they can finish as high as the 4 seed or as low as the 8th seed. If they lose this game, they will be locked into the 8th seed. Now, there's 3 more games happening around Conference USA beginning at 3 o'clock. So what happens, the outcomes of those will affect Liberty regardless if they're able to hold on and win here. So we won't know what seed they'll be when the clock hits 0 here at Liberty Arena. We'll have to wait and see, but a lot still to be decided around Conference USA today with so many teams within a game or so of each other here this final weekend.
And that's a good thing. If you're Liberty, you're just out here going, we just got to focus on ourselves for 3:36.
Whistle. Stop play. Did the clock not start? The officials making their way over to...
McHenry didn't pick it up right away, so it didn't stop correctly, but...
So, yeah, they've just put some time back on the clock. You're right. Maybe they started it a little early. got that sorted out. Get a little time back on the clock, and here we go. We'll do it again. McHenry with the basketball. Medini guarding him. Pass to the wing. Now the drive for Marshall. Boy, good up under. Able to get that one right under the arm of Zach Cleveland.
Yeah, Marshall had a few buckets at the beginning of the game and then kind of went quiet, rolled his ankle a little bit, but that's, you see his skills on display. Great off the dribble. So up and under.
Back to just a 5-point game. WKU needing a stop. Porter, a lot of dribbling in his possession.
Ball's kind of frozen there.
Cleveland cross court to Matheny. Just nearly lost the handle and then stepped out of bounds. A tough catch as he was leaping towards the corner. And that bobble just kind of caused him to take that little extra step. Here's a look. And, yep, just did catch it. So what an opportunity now for Western Kentucky. Back-to-back empty possessions for Liberty. Western Kentucky's taking advantage. McHenry with the bucket. It's a one-possession game.
Talked about that little floater. Great shot by McHenry. Yeah, that possession before for Liberty was not good. The ball just stalled in Porter's hand. They need to keep moving. That ball needs to move around the perimeter.
Porter tried to take it to the rim, hit it off the bottom of the backboard. Here come the Hilltoppers. A chance to tie with a three. Marshall takes his draw. That one was partially blocked, and the Flames come away with it. Liberty really trying to slow it down. You almost wonder if that's affecting the flow of their offense.
Yeah, I mean, again, you have the bonus. So do something with the ball. Either take it on penetration or get it moving for some guys spotting up around the perimeter for some threes.
Cleveland, what tough pass as he bounced that one. Porter left open on the wing. Open look, and he buries it.
Yes, huge shot by Colin Porter. I love it.
And Richie McKay quickly gets a timeout before Western Kentucky could inbound. Colin Porter, 13 points on the day, none bigger than that triple. Liberty leads by 6. 6-point ball game with 1:43 to go. Listen, if Liberty wins this game, Kyle Rhodes' performance will be the one that's remembered.
That's right.
But let's not sleep on what Colin Porter has done here today. 13 points for the point guard, the most he scored in a game in over a month. None bigger than that 3.
Yeah, I'm not sleeping on Colin Porter. I've been calling for him to score more, look for his shot more. He's so smart, and he's always going to defer to the pass, and he's unbelievable with his assist-to-turnover ratio. But at this point, he's got to have confidence in himself. I know his teammates do. If he's got an open look, he's got to take it.
Still plenty of time for Western Kentucky in this ball game, but they have to be smart on the offensive end.
Yeah, you need a basket, or, they're in the bonus. Get yourself to the free throw line if you can.
3 ball on the way. That goes down. How about that shot from Dante Allen?
That was huge for the Hilltoppers.
First points of the afternoon, and it comes with under a minute and a half to go in the ball game.
No hesitation. It's pure.
Boy, talk about some confidence. When you haven't had anything go your way on the day to let that one go. Now the Flames just trying to inbound, beat this pressure. Road handles it.
Good job by the Hilltoppers, man. They sprung a pretty good press on right there for your first possession in this whole game of doing that.
So Liberty, it's a balance. You want to use some clock, but it's only a one-possession game. That can't be.
Yeah, you can't just milk it away here. You need you need to get a good shot.
Yeah, they're going to have to hustle to do it. Shot clock winding down. Road tripped and a foul. Boy, that is about as worst-case scenario as you can imagine for Western Kentucky.
Yeah, playing a great 80% of a shot clock possession. And feet get tangled up and sending Road to the line.
Foul called on Tyrone Marshall. So now Road to the strike.
Yeah, he's going to shoot 2, which is way better than that 1-and-1 when the pressure's on.
First one is pure.
Yeah, and that's big because it makes it a 2-possession game.
Now Liberty gets a little defense for offense as they get Cleveland back in the ball game and Vincent.
And again, make or miss. When Hilltoppers come down, you got time. You don't need to rush and show up and shoot up a crazy shot.
Either.
Right, you don't need a three. Run good offense.
How about 30 for Kyle Road on senior day?
If I'm the Hilltoppers, it's McHenry, or you got Moore over there in that corner. I'd get him a touch as well. There it is.
They do. He drives, and quickly a foul called on Zach Cleveland. So you called it, Naz. Not only do you get yourself to the line, you do so quickly.
Yeah, good heads-up play by Moore. Take it off the dribble. And he's had success throughout this game, using his body, taking contact, and the clock is stopped, and Hilltoppers can get some points.
Yeah, Moore will go to the line. He is on the year, 77% free throw shooter. How about the freshman just saying, yeah, give me the rock. Let me make something happen here in the late stages of this ball game.
Yeah, him and his teammates.
Right.
Like, let's get it to them. They got confidence in them, and that's well earned, well deserved. But I mean, Matt, you got 49 seconds, and we do a lot of. We got a long way to go. 49 seconds. A lot can happen in that 49 seconds. So it's going to be heads-up plays, tough physical plays, and
the officials just checking the clock as well to see how much time is left when the foul occurred. And they did add some time, so 51 and a half now. Richie McKay saying, I think you should have taken more off, actually.
For sure, every second matters.
So Tegan Moore, the freshman, goes to the stripe. 14 points in the game. The first one is good. Boy, confident stroke there. He's got 15.
Yeah, even after the delay coming out of that, nothing but net on that first free throw.
Moore 5 of 5 from the free throw line. He has been aggressive, taking it strong to the rim in this ball game. Trying to get it back to a one-possession game, and he does. Now the Flames have to be able to inbound it cleanly and handle this Western Kentucky pressure.
Yeah, looks like a full court, man-to-man. Flames have a play that they like to do to run it out.
They've set up their 4 wide there, and now a foul called on Moore this time as he got a little overly aggressive on Caden Matheny.
It looked like they had a really nice trap built there. And what you never want to allow is for that offensive player to step through or split the trap. Matheny was able to do that, and it results in a foul.
Well, I think if you were to tell Liberty fans, you're going to have a chance to win this game, but it's going to come at the free throw line.
I think some people knees would start shaking.
With the way Liberty has shot it from the stripe this season, I don't know if that's a comforting thought. But today, Liberty 17 of 22. That's 75%. And once again, with that free throw, they make it a 2-possession game.
Yeah, and again, there's only been a few seconds off the clock. So if you're the Hilltoppers, you're in the same boat. Come down, run good offense. You don't need to get a crazy quick shot. Get something good.
And Liberty makes just 1 of 2. From McHenry, gives it off. Lander, the pump fake, step back into a 3.
Oh my goodness.
What a look. It went halfway down and out, and the rebound for Robinson, and now he'll head to the stripe.
Yeah, and earlier, Lander hit one of those. The pump fake, step to the side. That thing looked good right until the very last second when it rattled out.
So Shiloh Robinson will take his turn at the line.
Now here's the thing. Even if Shiloh makes both of them, it's still a 2-possession game. Right. Of course, you got to get 3s if you're the Hilltoppers.
That might change the math a little bit, and you may have to think about that, getting a 3-pointer as Robinson gets the first to fall. 13 points for Shiloh Robinson, 11 of them here in the second half.
Well, Moore's a threat, Allen's a threat, and McHenry's a threat for a 3. Those are big, 2 big shots right there by Shiloh Robinson. They got to go quick, but get a good one.
Lander kicks out, and we get a timeout first as Steve Lutz called a timeout from the sideline with 33.2 remaining.
You got to love it. Basketball in March. Heading into conference tournament.
I'll tell you, from about the 15-minute mark in this game, every possession felt like a huge possession. It felt critical to the outcome of this game, as it's been tight here down the stretch. Liberty been able to do just enough and been able to shoot it well enough from the free throw line.
Yeah, well enough from three-point line as well. Like, kind of a little cold spell, but when they needed them, they've had them. The defense has been solid. And I'm telling you, this Hilltopper team had an early lead, lost it, but they have fought the entire way to keep this thing close. Like you said, possession by possession, the whole way in the second half.
The 25 free throw attempts for Liberty. That is the second most they have had this season. The only time they had more was against Furman in the third game of the year.
Now, don't be surprised if they take a quick two. I mean, that's more along the lines of what they do. Sometimes you don't want to get outside of yourself and do something that's uncomfortable. So if it's going to be a two, it'll be quick, though.
Henry has the basketball, top of the key. The drive, little contact, and the bucket is Dante Allen, another big one.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought they may do. Again, that's what they're more built for. That's what they're used to. So you want to put players in positions where they're most comfortable. That time right there, Allen. They run a little offense. Allen sees a lane.
Also, if you're Shiloh Robinson in that situation, you don't want to foul.
Yes.
That's the worst thing you can do. And I think Allen also able to take advantage of that a little bit.
Yeah, Shiloh was kind of backpedaling, kept his hands high. So you got to do one of two things. Either foul him and make sure he doesn't get that shot up for a three-point play, or back off a little bit and hope for the miss. But that time Allen was true, gets the bucket. We're looking at a 4-point game here. Well, if you're Liberty, you're coming out of this huddle and everything is about break this pressure.
Right.
You got to take care of the basketball. Your passes have to be strong and crisp. You got to be purposeful and then be ready. You can't rely on a call, on a foul call. You better be strong with the basketball and make them foul you. Make it obvious to everybody in the arena when you get fouled.
Kyle Road will inbound.
He can run the baseline because of the make.
They get it into Porter, who's now looking to throw it in. Dangerous pass. A whistle from across the court and a foul called. Oh my.
Yeah, I think there was just enough of a shove in the back. That may have been Allen.
Steve Lutz, not so sure. I think he's thinking kind of what I was thinking, which is you had two officials that looked to be in better position to make that call that did not. And
the left
little bit.
See, the right hand I could live with, but once the player's up in the air, that left hand was just a little too much. I think that's why it was called.
And the free throw is missed by Matheny. One more free throw coming. 4-point ball game. This is certainly leaving the door cracked open a bit for Western Kentucky. He gets one of two.
Yeah, that's not the team you want to do that to. They can score quick. They've been in a lot of close games.
That's right.
You can say, yeah, we lost them, but that gives you experience on kind of what to do.
Lander brings it up, gets a screen, drives, kicks, open three coming. Moore hoists off the mark. Fight for the rebound, saved it, bound it into the hands of Van Zandt. He gets it to Road, who draws the foul, and the Flames are going to have a chance to put this one away.
Wow, Cleveland did just enough of a contest, great contest, and then when that ball was loose and the save, Van Zandt heads up. He's always mad. We talk so much about how he just has a nose for the ball, steps in front. There you see the contest, loose ball. JV steps in front.
So Kyle stands at the free throw line. Right now, Steve Lutz having a word with one of the officials. So that conversation continues across the way.
And I don't know if that's back from the push foul or not. I didn't see anything on this last play that may have been controversial.
And meanwhile, Liberty's kind of saying, listen, like, we're ready to shoot these free throws. Like,
we got the momentum and we're in rhythm. They don't want to wait too long for any discussions.
So everybody ready now. And Road will step to the line for two. And it rattles out. One more free throw coming. 14.9 remaining.
Yeah, I mean, that could have made it a 3-possession game, but you said it, Matt, leaving the door open.
The second one is pure.
Again, if you're Liberty, you contest, you play good D, do not foul.
And Western Kentucky takes a timeout with 11.2 remaining. That free throw, by the way, Kyle Road has matched his career high. In his last game ever in Liberty Arena, he scores 31.
Matt, we said, I mean, he's done a great season all year, great career, but we talked about if there was ever a guy that's going to step up on senior day, it was going to be Kyle Road. And we kind of jokingly said, hey, it's a school from Kentucky.
That's right.
You know he's going to want to have a good showing, and he sure has.
7 3-pointers for Road. He's 6 of 8 from the stripe. And in the first half especially, you think back to when Liberty was really struggling offensively. He was the guy that really carried the whole team there in the first half with the way he shot the basketball and kept Liberty in.
Tough as nails. I mean, again, great player, but a guy that you have full confidence in if you're his teammate. Leader, listening to his voice all season. We talk about how Coach talks about his voice in the huddle, and again, what a day for him. A few more games to come, but man, he's going to leave the Liberty fans and Flames Nation here with a great picture as we finish this one out.
So
well, now, if you're Western Kentucky, now I think you got to look for a three.
Yeah.
And you got McHenry out there. You know, we saw Allen hit one. And Moore, who's taking the ball out of bounds. Watch for him stepping in. A lot of times you'll forget about the inbounder. But at this point, you got to get a quick one up and hope it goes and see if that leaves you some hope.
Inbound. Corner three on the way.
Oh,
and it goes down. Dante Allen with another big triple. And now Liberty takes a timeout.
And Allen just ice water in his veins on that one.
8 points for Dante Allen. They've all come in like the last minute and a half of this ball game.
And that's tough. He's running away from the basket. Great to turn around and get his feet squared up. Man, that's a huge shot for Dante Allen. And they keep the hope alive.
Well, once again, it comes back to, can Liberty inbound the basketball?
Yeah.
They were ever so close to throwing it away. We're fortunate to get a foul called the last time.
Yeah, and now there's no time to give. So watch for the Hilltoppers. They're going to gamble. They'll try to shoot a gap and jump into passing lane. You try to go for the steal, maybe a quick trap, but then at some point you got to foul quickly, and you just hope maybe you can foul a guy that's not a great free throw shooter.
And knowing that, Sir Liberty will get their best free throw lineup on the floor. We've seen Brody Peebles check in these situations here late in the ball game. Looks like he'll do so again. 8.2 remaining. You're Richie McKay. By this point, you feel like you've shown so many different looks on the inbound. You hope you have one more in your back pocket.
Yeah, it's going to be, they're going to watch and see how the Hilltoppers defend this. If it's all 5 guys in the front court, full man-to-man, they like a little run-out play.
And Liberty still has one timeout as well. So if you get to that 4 seconds and you haven't got it in, burn that last one.
Watch, the Hilltoppers may switch everything.
They need to take it. Oh, dangerous pass. Stolen away. McHenry lays it in with 5 seconds left. It's a 1-point game. And now if you're Western Kentucky, you can foul and still have a shot at it. And they do foul before the inbound. Steve Lutz is incensed.
Yeah, they didn't need to do that.
Either way, they're going to have a crack at this thing with 5 seconds left to either tie or potentially win it if Liberty can't knock down the free throws.
Matt, you said it, you know, it was not an easy inbound. They were getting to 4 seconds. I would have loved to see them call that timeout instead of throw that risky pass.
So Colin Porter steps to the free throw line. 3 of 4 from the stripe today. The first one goes down. This one is huge.
Now, if you're Liberty, man, I'm in the camp. If they got a 3-point advantage, don't give them a 3-point foul.
Yeah.
Send them to the free throw line.
I'm with you.
Wait a couple seconds up here in the front court.
that one rattles through.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Make them run some clock. And then I look for a foul.
The handoff. Marshall kicks. Ball lost. Recovered by the Flames. And they'll hold on for the win.
Wow. I was not going to want to watch Moore get a 3 off because he was going to get a good look, but man, the Flames did what they had to do. What a game, man. What an all-out war.
It took everything Liberty had in them.
And every second.
And every possible second to hold off Western Kentucky. Liberty gets a win they have to have.
Yes.
And for Western Kentucky, you almost feel like here we go again, where they're right there, a one-possession game, and they end up on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
Yeah, again, it doesn't matter for Western Kentucky. They're still the 3 seed. But yeah, you wonder if this is going to have a negative mental impact on the Hilltoppers as they go into the conference tournament next week. Again, so close, coming up short. You know, all you can do is just try to get your head right. You don't have the W going out of here if you're the Hilltoppers. But Liberty, wow, you needed this one. It was not easy. They fought through. They got to be feeling great and taking that little bit away the confidence into this coming week.
A career performance for Kyle Road, a great performance from the free throw line for the Flames, and that seals it in the regular season finale. So for Paul Nazigan, Emily Austin, and our entire team, I'm Matt Warner saying so long from Lynchburg, Virginia, where once again the final score, Liberty 82, Western Kentucky 79. Remember, all games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.